Alright! Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to yet another live stream, and because it is Friday today, we're gonna try again for the Square Shiny Feebas. I already caught a Star Shiny Feebas on this save file, but the Square Shiny Feebas, I still haven't gotten that, and as you can see on Pokéfinder, already put in all the necessary variables, so the shiny type that we're going to go for is gonna be square, just like the title and the thumbnail allude to. Because we are fishing, the delay is 1. And yeah, there's 2 shinies that I could get, one at level 35 and one at level 44, and as you can see they have the same nature, they're both square shinies, and they're essentially equal, as in the same IV, same hidden power type and base power points, and they're also both female. So without any further ado, let's start fishing for a shiny Feebas. Hey there Decepticon AI, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Gengar is a pretty neat Pokemon, yeah that's true. It's one of these designs that are very simple, yet they don't really need to be more complicated or complex. It already does what the design is meant to do. It's you know, it's one of these Japanese character designs where they are really neat to look at, and they are funny or quirky or memorable, and at the same time small children, or just children in general, have an easier time drawing it, which is, if you think about it, pretty genius. That is also what the old Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik from Sonic was meant to have, which, I mean, that is also, yeah, as I said, that is pretty good, or it's a good idea to have a design like that if you are making a game where the main audience are children. But it's just a really, yeah, it's a cute design. The face itself is really iconic. Also a bit French-shaped, I have to say. But yeah, I like Gengar as well. It's really cool. Just the whole line, I like them. They're really neat. Among the best Kanto Pokemon for sure. Alright, fishing another one. Hey there Max Power, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? And you too Kaiser Kamazin, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? And you too Amit, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? How are all of you doing, guys? Hopefully good. I am doing very good today, I would say. I mean, pretty tired, but I got stuff done that needed to get done. And I'm looking forward to finally being in a new or larger apartment next year. I'm really looking forward to many positive changes in my life. Officially done with one of my classes, so that means you passed the class, is that what you mean? As in, I don't even know, do you have an ECTS system in America? Or in the US? Because America is not a country. It's the United States of America, that's more correct. America in and of itself is a continent, you know. Both North America and South America being America. But as a European, we just tend to say, when you say an American, it's usually a US citizen. Even though that's not really correct, because in America, or in Northern America at least, there's also Canada and all. I mean, should we just forget about Canada? I don't think so. Okay, you don't have the ECTS system, okay. Oh, so I'm actually, Kaiser, forget about it. That was a stupid question. I think that's the European credit system. As in, it's like a credit system that you have in every university, at least in Europe, and it usually gets accepted when you, for example, if you want to make a master in, or do a master in Japan, then the credits get transferred. So yeah, I could have answered that question myself. I just for some reason I was like, wait, ECTS, the East, does that not stand for European? I feel strange you announced a new Elden Ring game, was like, cool. Then I was like, wait, how come I didn't have a bigger reaction? Oh, is it like, I don't know, I still feel like playing the first game more? Is that what you feel? Or is it maybe the new Elden Ring game, it didn't really knock you off your socks, as the saying goes in English? Meaning, it was maybe a tad disappointing? Or you expected a bit more? Maybe that's the reason. Americans also just call ourselves American, I know, but it's still... Well, if you're really technical about it, it's not correct. It's like saying un-European. Like, what do you mean? Do you mean a French person? Do you mean a German person? Do you mean a Dutch person? A Luxembourger? I mean, they're all different. Someone from Greece? They're all culturally pretty different. I don't like it when Americans lump them all together. That's not how Europe really works. There's definitely... An Italian is usually culturally different from a German person. Not as hyped as I thought I would be. Oh, for the new Elden Ring game. The new Elden Ring game is gonna be odd. Oh, I see. So my hunch was correct, it seems. It seems to be a survival game and has a Dark Souls 3 boss in it. Very odd looking, but I'm interested. As in, you're kind of cautious. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a good game. I mean, hey, yeah, I get it. I'm also really cautious should Sega or Sonic Team ever release a Sonic Adventure 3. Because I think they're gonna ruin it, and that is definitely gonna break my heart. Seeing as I'm so obsessed, especially with the second entry of the series, as in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Or just Sonic Adventure 2 in general. No, but I'm not the most positive person. I always like to lower my expectations. I always think of if the game fails. Yeah, they say that if you lower your expectations, you don't get disappointed as much. There's some truth to that, definitely. Hey there, Saltmon. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Are you feeling better? Hopefully. Hey there, Fiery Charmeleon. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Oh, you also have an opinion on the new Elden Ring game? Looks funny. Okay. It's apparently going to be roguelike battle royale. A roguelike battle royale. Why does everything need to be battle royale nowadays? That is... Okay. Oh boy. I mean, not that I have anything against said genre. I think it's a interesting... interesting and fun from a game design perspective. But just since Fortnite and all these other games, everything needs to be battle royale nowadays. Even though just inserting battle royale-ness into a game doesn't really make it a good concept or anything. But then again, I don't know that much about that, so maybe... I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and it definitely works. And if you want to trade some shinies, I can do it while I'm streaming, definitely. That's the neat thing about Pokemon Home, at least the app. You can trade everywhere you are, essentially on your phone. It's really neat. Nameless King is the boss from Dark Souls 3. He is so badass. Nameless King, that's a really kick-ass name. But isn't it a paradox of some kind? Because he is named the Nameless King, but then is he not nameless because he has a name now? Bzzz. Logic bomb. Now, luckily I'm not a robot, so I don't short-circuit when I think about paradoxes like these. But I do like the name, though, in its paradoxical little own way. I'm at a quite bad stage in my fire red. Oh, I see. 400 base stat lock. Well, that is a tough challenge. I mean, that you're doing it in and of itself. I mean, chapeau. Only got Gloom, Nidorino, and the Beedrill with Frittata and Bulbasaur in the box. Oh, you're healed now? Good. I've had an idea with Emerald since I figured out something. Alright, let's hear that idea then. I've heard I know this maybe comes out of nowhere, but I've heard Ultraviolet is a wonderful ROM hack of Fire Red and Leaf Green. At least that's what I keep hearing and read about it, so that will definitely be an interesting playthrough. I haven't played it yet. Nidorino is surprisingly good sweeper even with 72 attacks, 65 speed and defenses in the 50s. Now Volbeat is basically a better Nidorino statistically. Emerald, here we go. Yeah, Nidorino, or also when I remember back as a kid, when sometimes I used one game, you know, we had both, or all the games, as in red, blue, and yellow. And sometimes I used one of them, either the yellow or the blue, where I did a new run or just a playthrough, and one of them was a Nidorino or Nidorina, or as in just getting that as your starter and not using the Pikachu or the other starter that you picked. And yeah, they were kicking some ass back then, definitely. Especially in yellow, when you get the Nidorina and she or he, the Nidorino, and they learn double kick, which also makes some gym battles pretty easy. I need to go to work soon, so I don't really have time to catch some shinies and trade them right now. I mean, you shouldn't be catching shinies, I'll give you the shinies, but I know what you mean, it's all good. As I said before, or I mean, not on stream, but via personal message, just hit me up whenever you can. Should I be awake at that moment and on my phone and not, I don't know, driving somewhere where I can't check my phone, then definitely we can trade. There's a lot of them ready now, so Nameless King is more of a title than name, so it's not a paradox. Ah, yeah, that's true. Point taken, Kaiser Karmazin. I beat Promised Consort Radan. I keep reading that one. In 4 tries only, not gonna lie, I felt like I'm cheating. Scarlet Iona is too overpowered. Wait, how does it feel like you were cheating? Haven't you just basically figured him out and now beating Promised Consort Radan is just easier? 73 attack, 1 point more. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna change that much. In my only incantations run? Oh yeah, you're doing that one. It's complete, I beat Elden Ring with only incantations. Well, congratulations, Amit. I don't know that much about the game, but from what I can read between the lines as someone who has played video games since she was a toddler, that is definitely an accomplishment. 85 speed is actually pretty good. Yeah, as a playthrough, through just a casual playthrough of the game, yeah. Competitively, no. But that's why you should always, if you don't look at a Pokemon only through one lens, as in it's always relative. 85 might be a good speed, or pretty good as you say, in a casual playthrough. But when you're going into competitive, then it's gonna get outclassed very quickly. Volbeat has a base stat total of 400, which is basically the highest for the run. And it's got a multi-role filling move pool, so it's very versatile. Yeah, as a support mon, definitely, absolutely. Doesn't it also learn, what's that move again? Right hand? No, it's not right hand, I think the German... That where it's essentially just powers up the moves of the friend or just the other Pokemon on your side in a double battle or triple battle. Forgot the name of the move. It also has very high priority, as in it usually activates turn as the first move of the turn, if no other attack is used that has a higher priority. Helping hand, that's what it is, thank you. Because in German it's called rechte Hand, which is just being your right hand, as in, kind of. You can say that somewhat in English, but yeah, helping hand. Gloom is a great tank with a base stat total of 395, usable in both Fire Red and Emerald. Yeah, Gloom, also pretty versatile. In a casual playthrough. It also learns Sweet Scent, which is gonna be helpful. And it also learns Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, all of Stun Spore. So carrying a Gloom around in your team. That's a good Pokemon to use if you need a teammate that can afflict status conditions. And you get the choice of, do I get a Blossom or do I get a, what's the other, Vileplume? Heading out for now, might be back later. Alright, Kaiser comes in. Regardless if you come back later or not, I thank you for being part of the stream. And hopefully I'm gonna see you in... If I don't see you before in this stream again, then I hope I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. So, goodbye and have a good one. Bulbasaur has nothing over Gloom, aside from Leech Seed and 5 extra speed. However, with a base speed of 45, you're still in... Yeah, that's not really good. That's... Alright, Gloom does not learn Leech Seed. You know, there's so many mons out there that should be learning a move, but they just don't. Alright, let's try again. Good. Getting this text box, that's what I want. Come on, at least give me a shiny Feebas this time. Come on, game. Tried it multiple times now for some reason. Never got one. Well, at least one, but the star one. Funnily enough. The 16-second one. Elden Ring, in my opinion, is the greatest game of all time. So it's hard to make a game that can best the masterpiece we got. So I don't think the new Elden Ring would be as good as the original game. Yeah, I get what you mean. Sometimes a game or entry in a series is just so good that any other sequel or prequel or entry just doesn't compare. Absolutely, I know that too well. The only actual understandable starter is Chimchar, as your only fire type for Diamond and Pearl, but you don't need a fire type, and just do Platinum. Why just do Platinum? I mean, yeah, arguably Platinum is better than Diamond or Pearl, due to the virtue of it being a so-called updated or third version. And I think that's what you mean. You like doing 400 runs? Oh, that's neat. That's a interesting spin on a run. Oh, you're gonna stay, Kaiser? I'm glad. I mean, you do you, right? No one's forced to watch my streams. And another week gone. I don't know, this time is just going by so quickly. And it's -1 degree Celsius outside. Oh god, is this cold. I mean, yeah, it should be a bit colder, actually. In December, usually we don't have 10 degrees Celsius during the day. But oh well. Good thing I got new winter tires for my car. New Elden Ring game may probably suck. Is that what you think will happen, Char? How do you know? I just want to see or know how your intuition works. DP is fun too. I got the same charm as doing RS over Emerald for certain mons. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I also prefer Emerald, but I mean, I played here. This is a Ruby. This is also fun. So my roommate made a code that turns results from the IDR autism test labs into JoJo stats. Okay, that's very funny. Oh boy, how does that work? I definitely want to partake in that. That's like something I would expect from someone on Tumblr or something, which means that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Never do a sequel of something that is perfectly fun and standalone, or fine, not fun. Just don't really see the Battle Royale / roguelike being all that fun, at least to me. Yeah, well, let's wait for how it's gonna look like. I'm definitely gonna look up a video of the newest trailer. Gonna grab my DS to Mario Kart. Oh, you're gonna play Mario Kart. Oh, the DS one is really neat. I really like that one. And for some reason, in that one, I was pretty good when it came to driving or racing against others in multiplayer. But on the Wii Mario Kart, I just suck. I suck so much. I'm so horrible at that one. I don't understand why. I just can't really get that drifting mechanic, get that to work when I play the Wii version. But snaking on the DS version, I think that's super easy. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. Or maybe one of them is actually much easier to master than the other. That would explain it. No, I don't want you. Normally most stands have stats from E to A, yeah, with A being the highest and E being low, but some stands have an infinity in the stat. I've seen that before as well. Especially the Requiem stands, right? Those are really OP or godlike. All I'm gonna say is my new stand OC, Starless, has an infinity in its power stat. I'm just that cool. Damn, you're so autistic that you got an infinity in your power stat. Nice. Neat. I bow before your autism god. Let's judge it before it even releases. With the evil smiley. I mean, sometimes your intuition just is correct. There are just some people that have such good visual, or they can just, from not that much information, gather a lot of knowledge and derive the correct answer. Some people are just able to do that. It's funny you say that since my roommate is a very active Tumblr user. I knew it. I'm saying that in a good way, very quirky and really sweet. Nothing really evil or manipulative about it. It's just sweet, innocent fun on Tumblr sometimes. DS and Wii play different. DS had snaking, Wii had bike-centric meta. Yeah, I mean, the bike... I know, I never got into that bike thing. I failed at that. And yeah, snaking, I think it's just easier. I feel like you guys are judging a game as bad when you saw a single trailer. I'd wait to cast judgments. As I said before, some people have a really good sense and they can actually see if something is good or not. But still, that is the minority, I would say. I missed a message of yours? Again? What did I miss? Oh, there it is. My anti-depression pills start putting positive ideas into my mind. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing indeed. I feel like throwing flowers at the world. No. Ask me what would I throw 4 weeks ago. I'd be like gonna throw my I see. But that is wonderful. That is the kind of things that I want to read. That someone isn't in that pain anymore. By the way, my favorite flowers are probably carnations. Hey there, Rayman. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I saw your legendary beast shinies in Colosseum, and man, do I want one. In Wii, raw speed matters way more than it does in DS. Okay, that also makes sense because... Oh, okay. So other stats or a character with different stats would probably be better, and those are usually not my playstyle in Wii. Or just in general in Mario Kart. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I really like that game. Yes, I got an infinity in my stat because that was my autism level. The rest of my stats are like A's and B's. Oh wow, not OP at all. Do you have like a... You don't have autism, you have autism requiem version. Which, whatever that means. Just hoping the game is the same as the old game. Same thing, don't change anything, just make new weapons, new bosses, new locations. That's it. Please don't do a single change. Don't even change the health bar. Well then, why even make a new game if you don't change anything? I don't know. It doesn't seem logical. A good apple a day keeps the doctor away. Although I maybe shouldn't be eating during streams. But man, that apple is just so good. Might have missed your message, Amit, but I didn't miss Saltmons. Well, lately sometimes just some messages don't come through for some reason. I thought the trailer looked interesting, neither bad nor good right now. We'll have to wait for release to see if it's good. So are you gonna pre-order it, or maybe try a demo if they do make a demo? I don't think they'll change the characters. Tell me a number between 1 and 32. I don't know, 6? I'm fine, it's really not that hard. There's a new program thing makes it easier. Oh, so I don't need to use that Japanese only program anymore, which, I mean, I do know a bit of Japanese, but still. A lot of kanjis, and I don't know that many kanjis. It's okay to miss my message. I mean, message isn't the most important thing, but still, Amit. I mean, I don't want anyone of you to feel like I skip your messages on purpose. It's just sometimes really I don't know, YouTube just seems to withhold messages sometimes. And sometimes I just don't realize that I see it. DS, the best vehicles are Dry Bomber, Egg 1, Poltergust, and Robber BLS. And we, the best vehicles are Flame Run and Mac Bike. Kept saying Funky Kong on the Mac Bike. That was like the meta, pretty much. My new stand OC has an infinity in power, C in speed, B in durability, B in precision, B in range, and A in durability. Wait, you have a B in durability and an A in durability? I don't understand how that works. It's named after the King Crimson song Starless. Oh, that's really... Ah, okay. That's what the name is from. You need to draw it? Neat. We should review bomb the new Elden Ring game because the game is made by the devil. Okay, if you say so. That's pretty rad that Lucifer is now out of hell. I thought he was freezing over in the ninth circle of hell, while gnawing on Brutus, Cassius, and Judas for eternity. But apparently he's a game developer now. That's cool. Okami sequel goes hard. Hope it's good. I never actually played Okami, which a lot of people they keep telling me play it, but I've also heard a lot of it's not as good as in what they try to say is back then it was really good, but if you play it and nowadays it's not that good, although I don't know if that really is the case. Delfino Square it is. Is that what the 6 is? Okay. I'm going to wait until we see reviews and such before I buy the game, and that's wise. You don't want to waste a lot of money on a game that you don't like. Come on, be a purple fish. Oh no, that was not good. Let's do that reset again. Copilot, no need for JP programs anymore. Oh. Okay, I'm all ears. I mean, I wouldn't have anything against trying to RNG manipulate in Colosseum if it's even easier than it was before. Finally got around to going on a short 1.5 mile-ish jog. Oh yeah, I remember that, and welcome back to the Stream Classic. I hope you're doing well. I remember you telling me this yesterday, and I was actually about to ask how that went. Guaranteed shiny, by the way. Oh, the Scarlet and Violet shiny Rayquaza in raids. Yes, apparently you're guaranteed 1 shiny at least. Isn't that correct? So if you missed that event, then fear not. On Christmas, as you might know, I'll be doing a shiny giveaway where I give away shinies of mine to viewers. And the shiny Rayquaza, I mean, that is a fantastic pick. Whoops, not A in durability, I meant to say developmental potential. Ah, okay, okay. I think the stand has the ability to alter gravity, but only directly around myself. So it would let me like fly or bend light so intensely that I might as well become invisible. But infinite power, does that mean you can bend gravity so much that you'll create singularities or something? Because infinity, I mean, infinity is... I mean, you're on a channel called Infinite Omniverse. Infinity is no joke. Even though I'm a very cautious person, I'm gonna pre-order the new Elden Ring game, because I do have some faith in Daddy Miyazaki. Just kidding. Oh boy, don't call video game developers or directors daddy. I don't think that is gonna do much. Might change that ability since I'm still figuring it out. I just think it's funny to do this. I also thought about the black hole creation. I mean, that would make sense if it's a gravity thing. and your power is infinite. To be fair, you can't really exist that close to a singularity because, you know, you kind of become part of that singularity. And that just is not compatible with life. Or maybe because of JoJo stand shenanigans, you somehow survive anyway. I mean, there's other crazy stands in that universe. Wouldn't be surprised. I hate Delfino Square. Why do you hate Delfino Square? Cyberpunk taught me to never pre-order a game. Oh, that sounds like a story. You got really disappointed by that game, I take it. See, my nephew has it on his PlayStation. He says it's alright, but apparently the launch was pretty bad. Not gonna lie, Miyazaki is kinda hot. I don't know what he looks like, but sure. If God of War can do it, so can I. Sure. But yeah, that Miyazaki is not Hayao Miyazaki, not the anime movie one. I want Miyazaki to sleep on me, oh Amit. The game is fine now, but when that game came out it was awful. That's what he said actually. He said that during launch he didn't really play it because it was bad. And he was just about to sell it, but then it became a bit better. And then he decided to keep it. I was gonna go for a jog at like 7 AM, but then I woke up and was like, hell no. And instantly went back to sleep. Yeah, that's how I would have done it. I'm like, nah, I don't wanna wake up at 7 AM for nothing or just going out, even though it would maybe be a good thing, good and healthy. But yeah, I'm not a morning person, I'm not an early bird. But I'm not a night owl either, I'm kind of a, now, is there a term for that? An afternoon something? Or it really depends. I mean, if I got my 10 hours of sleep and I happen to wake up at 5, but I have my 10 hours, then I can still be really, do a lot of work during the morning. The game would run at 20 to 30 FPS on some of the best GPUs at the time of launch. Wow, that's really bad. It's like with Game Freak, I just wonder, what do they do in terms of optimization? How can you mess up this much? Haritaka Miyazaki, yeah, that's his name. Okay, like you said he was attractive, let's check that as a heterosexual woman. Let's see if I agree with you. That is, if I find a... Is it not Hidetaka? I mean, the guy I see here, yeah, he's pretty cute. If you turned around, there was a chance the entire what would unload and might not load back in. Oh my god, that is really bad. Miyazaki can abuse me and I'd be happy, oh Amit. But I normally have busy nights and I like spending me time, but I'm gonna have to eventually get into the habit of waking up early. Yeah, I mean, it depends on... I still am kind of grumpy about the fact that that the world is kind of run by early birds. But, You know, they changed all the plans while we were sleeping, so I guess that's the reason. But that's what I kind of, I don't know. Not looking forward to that. Having to wake up really early when I do get a job and when it's somewhere far away. There's just so many jobs that should be done remotely now. It's also better for the environment, less traffic and all that. You would walk into a car and it would sometimes fly away like a plastic bag in the wind, okay? That's a funny image in my head. Because the momentum and physics were not coded right, wow. Don't think he's that attractive. I mean, he's not really that attractive, true. Maybe like a 6 at most. Although I don't like giving people a rating of 0 to 10. But he's kind of cute, I have to give it to him. What did I miss? Ahmed is kind of thirsting for a video game developer. Entire world, my bad. The entire world would unload and not load back in. Talk about a cyberpunk dystopia. Kind of ironic that it had its launch that way. In a very meta way, it's pretty ironic. I don't think many men are attractive from a lover standpoint. I don't know, I mean, most are average. That is just like how maths and statistics work. But I definitely do see a lot of really attractive men in my daily lives just walking down the street. And women too. I'm just not attracted to a woman the same way I'm attracted to a man. But then again, I'm not looking for partners, but of course, when you see an attractive person, you think, oh, attractive. I want Miyazaki to... No, Ahmed, come on. That's wrong. You're still a minor, remember that. I'm not lazy, I'm just lazy. I prefer Yui Tanamura, maker of Dark Souls 2. You're making me Google game designers just to see if they're attractive or not. I guess that's what we're doing now. Oh boy, these streams, these discussions. But they do make me smile and laugh, so I think that's the most important thing. Well, from the pictures, I prefer the Miyazaki. You're straight, yeah, same. And maybe demisexual. Actually, I mean, it's not really that important to me. But I don't know, I just can't fall in love with a stranger. That idea is actually kind of repulsive to me. And there always needed to be some kind of friendship or emotional attachment first. This doesn't even mention how many of the early game quests were glitched and would break. The only way to fix it was either reload to before you started the quest, or restart the game. It was that bad. Wow. Okay, that is really bad. You shouldn't be forced to reload your save file just because of this. This is... wow. I've never drooled over game designers, me neither. Miyazaki about to be caught diddling a minor. That word, diddle. Cyberpunk was ass at launch. Thank God it was fixed to some degree. Now it's a cyberpunk cyborg, but still hesitant to give it another shot, however. Oh, so you don't have it anymore? Ahmed, come on. You can have your fantasies, but I don't want to break your dreams, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Ah, finally I get the text box that I want to see. Come on, it shouldn't be that hard getting a square shiny Feebas. By we start the game, I don't mean like turning your console or PC or exit the game and start it up again. I mean make a new save file and character and hope it doesn't break when you get there again. Yeah, that is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. No game should be in a state like this and get released. That is horrendous, actually. Oh, you still own the game? You just don't want to. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we should just, as consumers, say no to stuff like this. I mean, this is really horrid, actually. What game is broken? Well, Cyberpunk 77 was broken on launch, or really glitched, as you can see from the chat. And as someone who had game design at university, I mean, this is kind of shocking, actually. This is a complete no-go. This should have never launched like this. I mean, come on. Where's the quality testing? Granted, it's not a Sonic 06, but still. No, somehow missed that one. Okay. Oh, Ahmed, what the hell? I mean, if you want to become a woman one day, I'm always going to support you, Ahmed. But, yeah, interesting things you have to say there. I know that you're joking, but... Oh, Ahmed. Yeah, Cyberpunk. Come on, I want a purple fish. I wouldn't say he's sexy, cute, yes. But then again, maybe we have different tastes in men. I don't know if you like men or not. I mean, I don't care either way. You're fine the way you are, no matter what gender you like. Just humans, man. Or apes in general. Not everyone is bi, of course, but I know that Kinsey Institute study seems pretty convincing that actually the vast majority of people are to some extent bisexual. And that is to some extent, of course, not fully. Okay. I still get that transition, that means it's not the same, or not the right frame, not the same frame. Come on. I've gotten this frame to work so many times with Sweet Scent, but it's just with, I don't know, fishing RNG, not really. Kind of inconsistent sometimes. If a game has a giant day 1 or 2 patch to fix bugs and barely makes an impact, you know the game is broken. Wait, so you're telling me it had a very big patch and that still didn't fix the major bugs? Oh wow. Sounds like an EA game or something like that. God. Alright, no, I don't want to see that transition. I want to see your autism test results and JoJo stand. I want to see that as well. I'm also curious of that. Oh wow, that is indeed. I mean, that's a no-go in terms of game quality and testing. At that point, did they really sell a game or did they sell a glitch? With a somewhat of a half-functional game attached to the glitch. Like, who was the programmer of that game? Was it missing now? They probably rushed through the quality testing and all that, which you don't want to do that, just in general. Even if you're not making a game, if you're programming something, test your stuff, please. The big problem with the game is that they were developing it for maybe 10 years. 10 years and this is the result? Was initially meant to release for the PS3 and then came out like a year or two before the PS5 was coming out. Oh, so really troubled developmental hell. I see. Not that that excuses anything, but I think they scrapped the game several times and just pieced. Yeah, I think so as well. At least, I mean, don't know that much about the game, but just from referring to the text here, yeah. And from what others have talked about the game. I mean, there's other games that have been in development for over a decade, and when they came out, they were not received well. Another example I can think of is Duke Nukem Forever. That was in development for over 14 years, wasn't it? Always scrapped, and then they restarted it again. And when it finally came out, it was, not really that good. Gimme purple fish, please. Or maybe I'll go for this frame instead. Now I'm going for the 4188 frame. I think I'll go for the other one next. Hey there, Philip Farrell. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Missed the stream yesterday because I was wrecked. Hey, no problem and no need to apologize. All of you have your own lives going on. And I definitely know how it is to just be wrecked after a long day. Then sometimes you just fall into bed and then you fall asleep. Hopefully you could get some rest and some energy back. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well today. Yesterday was pretty stressful, but you know, just the adult stuff that you need to do. Bureaucratic nonsense and all that just needs to be done. Paperwork. It likely wasn't easy to be constantly developing for changing hardware. Yeah, that is where I think that's where the main disruption occurs. As in where the team is forced to scrap a lot of code and redo it from scratch. And when you do that multiple times, well, you don't really get that far, do you? I'm worried that Hollow Knight's Silk Song is going to be in a similar boat. Oh. The game was announced in 2019, and we have had barely any news on it since 2019. But there's one Hollow Knight game out there, isn't there? And Silk Song, would that be the a sequel? Again, sorry for asking, but yeah, I don't know that much about Hollow Knight. I just know that that main little thing with that skull, or is it like a white? I know. I think it's a protagonist with these devil horn things. Just reminds me of a Chaos Chow, more specifically a dark Chaos Chow that I always have to think about when I see it. Kind of looks similar. At least if you make a white one in the game, that would definitely come close to that Hollow Knight figure. So, does anyone here have any plans for the weekend? Yeah, the characters in Hollow Knight are bugs. Ah, okay, yeah. That's what it is. They would be the characters' mandibles and exoskeleton. That's pretty cool. And yeah, one Hollow Knight game came out, which also took like 6 years. Well, maybe this one also takes 6 years, who knows? Maybe it'll come out next year then. Are you worried it's not gonna... when it comes out that it's gonna be incomplete or buggy? Never played Hollow Knight, so I don't really know that much about it. Jeez, what's up outside? So many ambulances, so many sirens. To be fair, I live pretty close to a hospital. It's also why sometimes I can hear the like a helicopter, because they have helicopter landing spots close to hospitals. It's a very common thing in Luxembourg. But usually that's not such a good sign, because that means there's a highly injured person. And I always hope that when I hear that, I hope that they recover. But dang, they are loud. Difference between Silksong and the original is that there wasn't as much hype for the original. When you take 6 years to make a game that only Kickstarter backers are interested in, that's true. A lot of people can be pleasantly surprised and people enjoy the game. I'm just worried that the game will release and may not be as perfect as everyone wants it to be now. Ah, okay, I see. So that will essentially disappoint you because now the expectations are high. And the game will get hated on in the end. Or on to no end. One crazy fact about me, my sister can't hear, so we speak sign language to communicate. Nani? With whom do you speak sign language? And which one? I mean, there's multiple. Back after talking a bit with my dad. Oh, welcome back, Saltmon. Hope your discussion with your dad was good. How did it go? Well, I hope good. In Classic, you can still do your jogging thing, but if you just can't get it done in the morning, then don't beat yourself up about it. If you still do the jogging thing, I mean, you did something good for your body, regardless if you did it during the morning or not. No, I don't want this. I want a shiny fish. Come on. As someone who spends so much time in the community, people are insane about this game that we know so little about. Like, they expect an announcement about it every indie game event. So essentially, they'll hype it up, and when it finally comes out, it'll disappoint, and then it'll get hate. Oh, they can't hear. Oh, they're deaf? I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear. Well, still, I hope, I mean, there's some deaf people can still live very fulfilling lives. And I've talked to deaf people before. They're really freaking good at reading lips, at least the ones I've met. And one I met in, like a guy I met in therapy, he was deaf. And the thing that I always did with him was because he was in therapy because he had a implant thing in his ear that would allow him to hear, so he actually heard things then. But he had to go to therapy to stop reading the lips of people and infer the correct word from just by simply hearing the word being spoken out loud, because turns out when you grow up being deaf and then when you're 10 or something years old you get to hear for the first time, your brain since then has developed, and these neuronal pathways where you associate, for example, A with the letter A, but that's a sound, right? And before that, there was no sound. He had no concept of a sound, which I found these discussions with him really interesting. Very interesting, in fact, because it's so different from my experience, and it's also interesting from a consciousness experience, just as in how someone just suddenly could hear and how he could not really put into words how that was for him for the first time. He just said it's really overwhelming, and he cried when he heard a sound for the first time. But yeah, he was in therapy because he kept reading the lips, and apparently they didn't really want him to read lips. He should start associating the words or what is being said, the content of speech, with a sound. And the funny thing is, I was always talking to him. Sometimes he just had his implant turned off because he said sometimes sound was really overwhelming, which, hey, I get it. It can be. And I just talked to him. I was completely silent, you could not hear me, but I just said it silently, and he could still understand what I said because he read my lips. That was very funny. For some reason we just laughed so hard about that. It's just... hope he's doing good. But that was really interesting, these conversations. I'm never gonna forget about that. Hey there, Vera. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Till now, still no shiny fish. It's kind of getting annoying at this point. I mean, how many Feebas Friday Fishing streams do I need to do before I get the square one? But oh well. You know me, I will not give up. Now I'm really behind chat because I was talking about that deaf person story. But yeah, that was indeed interesting. Just having to move my lips and he'd understand. But then his speech, he did make sounds sometimes, and he did have therapy before to properly speak, but still sometimes they're really hard to understand, but we found our way to communicate. Have made up fake news and content leaks about the game several times as either a joke or troll to get people hyped. Oh, Kaiser. If the game ever releases with a few glitches, I'm worried people are going to act like it's the end of the world or something. Oh boy. I wish I had these problems. I don't recall ever talking to a deaf, mute, or blind person, not gonna lie. I've talked to blind people as well. Had some very interesting conversations. And like multiple blind people, because blindness is not just blindness. One was blind from birth because just the I guess that part of the brain for visual calculation didn't work. And they just, like, imagine having to explain what red or blue is to a blind person. How do you explain that? How can you really explain that? I mean, I can say, oh, it's that wavelength of light, but does that really explain blueness? That's like such a It's a thing that just makes you look at the hard problem of consciousness. You know, how do you explain hotness? How do you explain the experience or the feeling, the sensation of red? Can't really put that into words. It's such a... It just is, in a way. It's just really, if not impossible to describe what redness really is. I could say it's this and this wavelength, and then physically I'd be correct, but okay, can you still imagine red if you've never seen it? I haven't talked to mute people though. Haven't met those. Just assume father-child talks are bad because of my experience. I see, classic. My parents aren't abusive, well that's very good. Don't worry. We have our differences, but we're good, that's wonderful. Talk to a few blind people, very interesting when they describe blindness, yes indeed. I've also talked to people who are so-called legally blind, as in they still see colors and stuff, but they're just so short-sighted that even glasses won't fix anything. So they technically also count as blind. I just remember one blind person like that telling me that I'm always easy to find out or to find in a crowd because she can at least see the color fuchsia or magenta that I commonly wear. And then she says, okay, I guess that's when I see that combination it has to be you, Yana. Probably gonna work out the best counter for the shiny Rayquaza. It terrestrializes into a dragon type, right? So it loses its flying type. So it doesn't have a 4 times weakness to ice anymore. Shiny Rayquaza 5-star dragon type Terra raids. Well, good luck of getting one. Fingers are crossed that it works. And should I go around to playing Scarlet and Violet, then we can also do viewer raids together, definitely. That would be very fun. And your idea with me battling against viewers, Classic, that you said in the Discord, that was also a really good idea. Thinking of doing that as well. Counting the days, I just want it now. I know how that feels, Ibeda. I'm counting the days for my freaking the Game Boy operator that I bought from Epilogue. I just want my freaking Epilogue now. Where is it? I'm so impatient for that little thing. Okay, so here's the thing. I do continue the FR run or do I move to Emerald? I don't know, maybe finish what you started and then move to Emerald? I'm fine cold but getting plenty of dog cuddles so it's warmish. You're a very good dog. I hope your dog is doing good. Alright, just kidding. Probably gonna head out now. Alright, oh, not just kidding. I'm... Alright, Kaiser, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And hopefully I'm gonna see you in tomorrow's stream. And don't forget, you still are owed a couple of shinies. So let me know what you want. And I'll get them ready for you. Alright, toodles. Tell me when the raid starts and hopefully my Switch can be fixed by then so I can join you guys. Oh, that would be neat. So you already have 2 raid partners here, Classic. Chat, what's better, Fire Red or Emerald for 400 run? I mean, I always pick Emerald because it's among my favorite games. But maybe people in chat will give you a different answer. Du hast ein Pokémon am Haken. Yes, Decepticon AI. That's when you have a Pokémon on your hook. Fire Red has Gloom, Nidorino, Farfetch'd, Onyx, and even Mankey isn't too bad. I mean, Farfetch'd is like an HM slave at best, unfortunately. I mean, nowadays you can evolve it and it becomes better. If I need build support mode or something for that one. Aren't there strategies for how to build the perfect team for that Terra Rayquaza? Emerald has Gloom as well. Yep, true. I've gotten several shiny accidental Glooms in Emerald. Definitely. So I know how that feels. And if anyone of you wants one for Christmas, well, go ahead. But it has Volbeat / Illumise, which are awesome. Well, shiny Volbeat, I have multiple. That much I think you know. Both games have Kadabra, but Emerald gets it earlier. Yeah, Abra you can get in Emerald, which is neat. He appears to be doing fine, just begging to get Philip's attention at the moment. Gonna post a few hot takes here. Alright, bring on the hot takes, Salmon. Salmon, not salmon. -2 degrees Celsius, wonderful. Actually, not wonderful, that was sarcastic. You love this song? It's from Shivera Town Super Mario Odyssey. That snow town thing. World. And yes, it's pretty cute. I fed my crow bros again. Oh, they sure love these bits of steaks that not really that chewable. I mean, I could eat them, but they're like, I don't know. I prefer the bits of the meat that doesn't have that much fat on it. And they love it. I just put it out and immediately a crow comes and it's gone. They just gobble it up and swallow it. Just whole. Like a greedy pelican, just gone. Started with it, but Gen 4 has forgettable Pokemon designs and some of the worst in the series after Gen 8 and 9. Yeah? Which one would you say from Gen 4, which designs are not that good or even the worst? Alright. Oh, come on. I just want a shiny Feebas. Is that really that hard? Wouldn't mind a shiny Cavanya either, but... I mean, already got one. But then I have another one. It's not like I don't have multiples of... tons of shinies already. Hey, Ivera, while you're here, do you know when the shiny giveaway on Pokemon Home ends? Where you need to have your Pokédex full? I think it was Meloetta. Wasn't it Meloetta? Was it another mythical? Cherim, Purugly, Skuntank, Lucario. Oh yeah, of course, you don't like Lucario. To be fair, saying Lucario is a bad design, no. It's a really good one. But, I mean, I understand that you personally have a dislike for Lucario. Bastiodon, Lumineon. Lumineon is pretty disappointing, that's true. Cherim is cute, but it's not really, I mean, not that interesting. Kinda bland. I mean, the gimmick is cute, but I don't know. Kinda falls short. Yes, it was Meloetta and still haven't finished the thing. Busy. Because I also want a shiny Meloetta. I don't have one. And since they are shiny locked in the first place, can't exactly just shiny hunt one. Rampados, however, I do like. I like an all-out monster with no other thing about it. Looks pretty cool too. Rampados is just pure attack. And it's a cool dinosaur. So that's neat as well. All the light? No, I don't want this. Nostalgia points because you liked it as a kid. And the other one, do you like that one? Okay, that did not go through. Let's do that again. Let's poison a fish and then reset. Don't only do that in kids. Kids only do that in games. Don't do that in real life. That's what I wanted to say. Don't do it in kids. No, don't poison kids. That would be horrible. Don't let my speech blunder make you think that that would be a good idea. Even though if you're really that easily convinced, then maybe you should get yourself checked out as well. Okay, that is the text that I want to see. Good. Come on, I want the shiny fish. It looks like Azumarill is the best counter. Counter 2. Bastiodon, nah, it's ugly and I hate sitting duck walls. I mean, I get the idea behind it, but yeah, it's not exactly a beautiful Pokemon. Can't really say that. And there we go. No, I don't. When I see that transition, I already know it's not that. Huge power belly drum Azumarill. Well, that can be very dangerous. No glass cannons with broken wheels. Now we're talking. Bring out the Crawdons, Cacturns, and Rampadosses. I see. You prefer to bring out the big guns, not the slow, very defensive ones. Nope. Chat, the power is huge. Oh yeah, it gets doubled with huge power, which, I mean, that is a good ability. Oh, come on. Just come on, game. Don't do this to me. Yeah, potential counters to what? To the shiny Rayquaza thing? Azumarill? Okay, interesting. It's dragon type, just only dragon type, the Rayquaza, right? So, a fairy? That would be a good guess. They'd be immune to the Terra attack. Terra Blast, is it? Because if it's dragon type, I mean, fairy types are immune to dragon type attacks. Infernape is a mixed fast attacker which with 104, 104, 108. These started to use as a brainless kid. True. That Azumarill build is one of the first I made for raids plus belly drum iron hands. Oh, nice. Rarely need to build anything else. Yeah, the belly drum iron hands combo seems to be like the one good strategy for raids from what I've seen. I have an iron hands, but I haven't built it yet. It's botched. Sylveon would be good too. And cute. I mean, come on, Sylveon is cute. Hey there, Fishness Angling. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? And fishing is right. We are gonna fish for some virtual fish. Hey there, Kinox. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Saw your message on Discord that you got a haircut. I also need to go to the hairdresser pretty soon. My pony, my fringe is gonna be way too long. That's a problem when you have hair that grows really quickly. Blaziken has 120, 110, 80, which is also good. Hypothetically with speed boost. Yeah, with speed boost it's very good indeed. To be fair, I think speed boost just makes almost any Pokemon Uber. Or OU at the very least. Have a build for Ceruledge, Aniliape or Annihilape. I don't actually know the correct pronunciation. And Miraidon, which I use every now and then. Lazy being lazy. And had a makeover. Hope you're feeling good with that makeover. Love me a fish. Well, that is the... You've come to the right stream. Gonna see a lot of fish today. Hopefully a shiny one. Charizard, I remember not having as much raw power as Infernape or Blaziken. And also a 4 times weakness to rock. Especially Stealth Rock is something that usually crippled Charizard. But then again, Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions, which I think is kind of overdone. But still, Yanma crying in the corner. Yanmega's shiny, that's such a good shiny, I love it. Cut my hair into a mullet, shaved my beard and left a mustache. Oh, a mullet? Yeah, mullet seem to be in again. But is it a full-on 80s mullet or like the modern one? I keep failing stage recovery in SSBU. Who you're playing as? Meanwhile, Blastoise has Rapid Spin and Haze and Counter. Damn, I like Charizard, but Blastoise is actually a fun tank to use, definitely. I mean, Squirtle was my very first Pokemon that I ever owned. So there's some bias in there, but yeah, I'm Team Blastoise as well. Or a full-on 80s mullet. Hey, sure, if you want to rock that. When it grows out a bit, it's gonna look good. I see, you're gonna let it grow out a bit. Come on, shiny fish. I know you're here. My hair's pretty generic. I don't think it has a specific style. What do you mean generic? I mean, your hair can be really smooth. It could be really curly. There's so many hair colors that exist. It can be smooth. It can be rough. It's a short mullet, okay. Always preferred Blastoise to Charizard despite having red and fire red over blue and leaf green. So you picked Blastoise in these games as well? I'm a certified blue gamer. Pokemon Blue was the very first Pokemon game I ever owned. And I mean, I was a toddler back then, so we didn't really know that what we were exactly doing, but later on, definitely. Still have that blue, by the way. Still works. And of course, there's some sentimental value to that as well. I always liked both. I see I was born in 2009, but I have the mindset of a 90s kid, so I see both Charizard and Blastoise as badass, and Venusaur as ugly and stupid. Okay, no one likes Venusaur here, apparently. My husband was a Bulbasaur kid, or as in, if he played the games from the beginning, he would have picked Bulbasaur. The mustache is a very new look though, first time. Are you liking it? My mustache for some reason just doesn't grow. Think it has to do with the fact that I'm a woman. Bulbasaur's cute, definitely. I think it's one of those where, I don't know, in Gen 1 I really like the middle forms. Even with Charmander, Charmeleon and Charizard, I like Charmeleon the most. And I think I might actually like Ivysaur more than Bulbasaur or Venusaur. I absolutely despise Charizard, to be honest. I love Blastoise and wouldn't mind Venusaur. I mean, I don't hate Charizard myself, but it's very overrated, definitely. And when I keep seeing it being depicted again, kind of annoying. It's like, come on, we saw Charizard a bajillion times already. We don't need more. Charizard already has a lot of screen time. Be it in movies, be it in games, be it in the anime, be it even in non-Pokemon games, like, I don't know, Smash Bros or something. They say that you look like a Hollywood actor. Well, I think that's a compliment. The popular Pokemon that Game Freak wants me to like, I only really hate Lucario. Have you ever explained why you hate Lucario? I'm not trying to change your mind, of course, Saltmon. I mean, I also have a strong distaste for Darkrai. Or like just some bear Pokemon, because I don't like bears in general. I do wonder why you don't like Lucario though. Might start shiny hunting in Brilliant Diamond for the legendaries. Well, good luck on that, Classic. And remember, Classic, since you did donate to me, I'm still... I mean, you still are owed some shinies. Like Pearl more than Shining Pearl. Gen 4 engine is great. From what I've seen and heard of Shining Pearl, I'm not really convinced that it's a good game. It seems to be a really lackluster remake. But then again, I haven't played it myself. I'm definitely gonna do that next year. As in, I planned on doing that as a live stream, where I play through the game blind. Oh, he killed your Nuzlocke? I see. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That I understand. For versions, I actually like Diamond more because the Dialga looks like a classy llama. Kind of, I guess. I like Palkia more. But like, out of the trio's shiny, definitely Giratina. That one wins. Also an intimidating dragon at the same time. I mean, it's the god of time. That by itself is already... You don't mess with the god of time, you know? And wasn't there a mystery dungeon game where that is the opponent, the big bad, a corrupted Dialga? Or Dialga? I actually don't know which one is it. Yeah, it's a shadow one, a primal Dialga, I think that was the name, but it's essentially like a shadow Pokemon from the horror games, so Colosseum and XD, which is really interesting. If a time god becomes corrupted, that's pretty scary. Just conceptually speaking already. I like that. That was a neat story thing. No, that Animal Crossing song is always so cute. Also brings up a lot of memories of playing the games. Palkia is cool too, honestly. I like him as a water legendary more than Kyogre. Okay, interesting. I do prefer Kyogre though. But Palkia I also really like. When I played the games when they came out, Gen 4, when they were new, all the kids were like, why is Palkia a water type? That doesn't make sense. It's pink, it's not blue. But not every blue mon is a water type. But to be fair, you can't really see the waterness on the design at all. Had a running thing where I put frog v hashtag as my name in Pokemon games. Currently I'm at frog v5. Oh, not hashtag number, okay. Frog. Does that have a reason or is it just random? Or you change the gender every time as well? Just like kind of with frogs, I mean... Aren't amphibians known to be able to change their gender pretty quickly? Some even being full-on hermaphrodites. My favorite legendaries are Dialga, Giratina, Ho-Oh, Groudon, Latios, Latias and Regirock. It's a good collection. Especially the Latis. I approve of that. Everyone's favorite legendary mythical, mine is Sunkern. Ah yes, the mythical legendary Sunkern. I mean, my favorite is pretty straightforward. It's Latias. It's also my favorite in general. But my favorite mythical? It's a good question. I do really like Jirachi. But, Marshadow I do also like, except for the shiny. That one kind of is disappointing. I think I might go with Jirachi on that one. Regirock specifically because yes, that is very good. And its Gen 3 sprite looks really cool. I have a really good 4 perfect IV Regirock from my friend Ruby that I use. I call him Mars. And he kicks butt. Also has meme lord energy. True. Well, Regice and Registeel are more so just robots. Out of all the Regis, Regice, at least from the original trio, I liked most. Then from the newer ones, the dragon one, maybe? Regieleki, that's also pretty funny how fast that Regi is, and it makes sense. Do you want a Regi for every single type? Is that something that you would like to see? Imagine an all Regi, as in like every type. Like Terrapagos's Terra thing. Favorite legendary is Reshiram, favorite mythical is Shaman. Shaman is cute. Come on, game. Why just can't I... Seems like I wonder if the correct resets were when I don't get any nibble. So the game is being trolly again. Like here. The reason I reset instead of try again is because the rod cast, if you casted the rod or use it, it advances frames, so it's quicker to just reset and try again. Like with this case. Deoxys is a great mythical, that's true. Cool concept as well. Okay, now I really should be having a shiny Feebas. Come on, game. Well, this is... I mean, I'm gonna be... Even if I get one now, I'm still gonna try and attempt to get both frames. But if I do get one, then I guess that streaming concept, I guess, is not canned, but probably gonna do it maybe again on Sapphire if I do find the Feebas tiles. I would like for them to do starter trio, Reggies and make a wood Reggie, because I saw a fake wood Reggie and I fell in love with it. Oh, like a grass type Reggie that's made out of wood? Yeah, I really like that. Just from the idea of it, it seems to be really fun. Statistically, I'd like for it to be a hard hitter with at least 100 attack. Oh, you want it to be a hard hitter? Okay. For real, I think my favorite legendary is probably Groudon or Heatran, and mythical is Jirachi or Deoxys. Heatran, that's an interesting pick. I just remember back then when the games Diamond and Pearl were new, I was so flabbergasted about the fact that Heatran had a gender. And it was just weird, as in, of course, before we had legendary Pokemon with gender, it was Latios and Latias. But with those two, I mean, a Latias is always going to be female, and a Latios is always going to be male. But with Heatran, it could be either male or female. So what we did back then, as stupid kids as we were, I tried to get a female Heatran, my brother tried to get a male Heatran, and we tried to breed them, and it didn't work. Oh well, could have been, you know. Worth a try. Favorite legendary shiny Rayquaza, Latios. Oh, not just Rayquaza, it has to be shiny Rayquaza. Favorite mythical would be Shaman. For you, would be Shaman? Yeah, Marshadow is really neat. It's just so cute, I don't know. I really like the design, and making a mythical of shadow boxing, that's a neat idea as well. Hey there, Mouse Cop, welcome to the stream, how you doing? Ah, good, I get the text that I want to see. Come on, shiny fish, I can feel that you're here. I recently spent 3 days looking for a Method 1 Feebas. Found it after 1 day when searching Method 2. Did you try that? I could try that. I think you're referring to Method H2, but as you can see, Method H2 gives me the exact same frames. The only difference is the IVs essentially. And there's also Method H4, which I tend to get when you play the game on Pokemon, what is it called, Pokemon Box. But I do kind of hope that I do get this one, or maybe H4, because okay, maybe not H4. I do hope for a Method 1, because they tend, not always, but they tend to give me the best IVs. But which method the game uses to generate a Pokemon is unfortunately, at least I don't know a way of controlling that. The only way I know of, and I've known this since pretty recently actually, is that when you play the game through Pokemon Box, it tends to generate Pokemon via Method H4. Love Garchomp. Daru, I mean Tyranitar. Do you have favorite pseudos? I mean, Metagross is really freaking cool. Salamence is neat as well. think those. Dracopult. Dracopult is a pseudo? Does it have that? Is it a pseudo legendary? Does it have that base stat total? Garchomp is adorable and I'll die on that rock. Tyranitar is goober. He cooks in ADV, OU and his friend. Oh yeah, Tyranitar in Gen 3 OU is just really freaking good. A menace. Yes, you'll have to find a new spread, but under H2. H4 is rather rare in my experience. Yes, it is rather rare. Unfortunately, though, with a Regice that I was hunting on my Sapphire, I wanted to get the square H1 shiny because that gave me Hidden Power Fire. But I ended up getting the H4 spread, which is worse and gives me Hidden Power Electric instead. And yeah, also worse IVs, so that kind of sucks, but oh well, it's saved now, can't change that. I mean, if I go to H2, I get the exact same spread, it's just the same frames, it's just, even if I don't put Cavagna, it's just the IVs are worse. Can we normalize looking at insanely powerful pseudos and call them goobers? Sure. Ain't gonna lie, in recent years I've been loving Hisuian Gudra, but all-time favorite is Metagross without question. Yeah, Metagross is just so timeless. And the shiny, I mean, come on, that is just such a good shiny. Which I have, which you can have as well. I mean, Hisuian Gudra is an interesting take, or just a change, an alternate design. I personally prefer the original one, but I don't dislike the Hisuian one. Time for some cherry tea. Wait, that song played earlier as well. Not that I mind, it's a fun, quirky song. Oh, that's from Club Penguin. I was never allowed to play Club Penguin when I was a kid. Any Pokemon, actually. Aggron is just my adorable friend. Haxorus too, he's silly. I mean, yeah, give him some quirky little nicknames, why not? You are free to do that. Oh, Feebas! Keep it, I like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna change the song. I mean, I'm just letting playlist of Nintendo winter music or Christmas music or something like that play in the background. I think it fits. We're in December and I think it fits the mood. Just seems that a lot of these playlists have the same songs. Not that I blame them. There's only so many Nintendo winter songs that you can find. Best fossil, I'd either say Armaldo or Ramparos. Oh, what would be my favorite fossil Pokemon? I like Iopteryx, but it's just the defeatist thing is just why? Why do you have to ruin such a wonderful design? Why did you have to make that fossil bad? My poor little guy. Come on. And then in the Gen 6, like starting from Gen 6 when the series moved to 3D, that didn't help. No, it looks even more pathetic. Like the Gen 5 sprite really made it look cool, and since it moved to Gen 6 or 3D, it looks pathetic, and that hurts, not gonna lie. If it didn't have Defeatist, it would be my favorite. But I think I might actually also go with Armaldo. Since I've been using my shiny Armaldo for my French Ruby that I RNG manipulated on stream. I mean, that one has 4 perfect IVs. And it also kicks ass. It's given me a newfound love for Armaldo. First ever playthrough of Hoenn was a copy of Sapphire, belonging to a friend who swapped the starter for Metagross, like level 80. Oh wow, just with some action replay or something. Despite it basically never listening to me, I still loved using it. Oh yeah, I see, okay. Meteor Mash, everything, yeah, it just wrecks. Especially when you have one like mine that has perfect attack IVs, it just destroys so much. Find it stupid how some Pokemon get abilities that just hinder them. Same. The only one that makes sense is Slacking. Yeah, Slacking has the same base stat total as Groudon, for example, so I get why they did it in that case. As you said, I agree with you. But, come on, like, why Defeatist? It's not like that fossil Pokemon was broken or OP in the first place. Why make it worse? And that really sucks because I like it. But I can't really use it because it just sucks. It's like with Delcatty. I love the design. It's a pink cat. I mean, that's two things I love. Pink and cats, but I just can't use it. It's competitively, it sucks. That's just unfortunately the reality that I have to face. Normal Mega Rayquaza. So you prefer normal Mega Rayquaza over the shiny one? Like Rampardos, but I love Dracovish. Funny looking guy. Very quirky looking, yeah. And also a good concept, as in they are these randomly, hastily put together fossil Pokemon are a reference to fossils that have been put together from different species of animals. And I think those were British archaeologists who tried to sell them off as, oh yeah, totally a species that I discovered. Which, if you know that the Sword and Shield games play in the UK, essentially, that is just a genius bonus. If you know that fact, it's a neat reference. Armaldo, the absolute goat. I mean, Philip, if you want one for Christmas, a shiny Armaldo with 4 perfect IVs, one of them being attack, then hit me up. I'm definitely gonna give it to you. Because 1, he's insane, 2, he's lazy. Yeah, the Regigigas one, I mean, that is also... Come on, why are we suddenly caring if a legendary like that is OP? Why not give Slow Start to other legendaries? I mean, it doesn't make sense in my eyes. Yeah, it's a legendary, of course it's strong, exactly. Are you gonna give stuff like Mewtwo Stall? No, then why give Regigigas Slow Start? That's a very good question. Ah, finally. Come on, I mean, starting to get a bit impatient here. Just want a shiny square Feebas. Can't be that hard. I mean, I've gotten several shiny Feebas before. I'm just kind of wondering why this one just keeps eluding me. Another question, what Pokemon carried a run for you that you'll never forget? The first one that comes to mind is the evolution of Rattata. What's the English name again? Raticate. I had a Raticate run on yellow. I did a run like that once on my yellow cartridge. And I was just surprised at the versatility. It could use Bubble Beam and Thunderbolt and other moves, and Yeah, I actually played through the game with the Raticate, and that was an interesting run. Volbeat, of course. Carried me in the Gen 3 run, will never forget him, the GOAT. For me it was Heracross in Soul Silver named Curb Stomp. Yeah, Curb Stomp, what a fitting name. But Heracross, at least in Gen 3, that's a very dangerous mon to be facing. Grand Underground online time. Raticate, yeah. I still remember that run, that Raticate run. That stuck out to me. Signal Beam, Aerial Ace, Brick Break, and I don't remember the fourth move. Do you remember at what level it was when you beat the game? This song also always appears on these playlists that I have. I love the Grand Underground in Shining Diamond, Brilliant Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Oh, it was in the 80s, oh boy. To be fair, doesn't Volbeat have a, you know, all the Pokemon have different experience groups, as in different experience algorithms. Some grow quicker, some grow pretty slow, others grow really quickly in the beginning, and then when they're late levels they grow really slowly. So maybe it was a case like this. I don't know the growth algorithm of Volbeat. Mega Blaziken. How about favorite megas if it applies to anyone? Beedrill for me. Oh, what is my favorite mega? That's a very good question. I do like the way Mega Diancie looks, but that's like more design wise. I didn't really use it that much. I mean, the Latis I love, but I can't really say for certain if I love their Mega Evolutions. There's certainly some gripes that I have with them. As in, why do they need to both have the same colors? And, I don't know. Especially the shiny colors, they're kind of disgusting. Puke green, not really a color that I like. But other than that, my favorite mega... Thinking about it, I'm not really that much of a fan of Megamon. Oh, you guys really like Mega Blaziken? At least I see it here multiple times. That's a very good question. What is my favorite Mega? Mega Rayquaza is cool, but I don't really like how it's way too overpowered. But then again, the Mega itself is neat, I mean. Mega Gengar, the shiny, is really neat. I love how it becomes completely white. That's a really cool shiny. Mega Gardevoir is really neat as well, especially in shiny form. Who else? Mawile, yeah, it becomes a Kuchiona even more so. I know Mega Metagross I kinda not really like that much design-wise. Yeah, I think my favorite Mega is actually Diancie. Not really that much of a Mega person, thinking back now, or... because we're talking about it. Mega Beedrill looks really cool, that is true. And that is... talk about a glow-up. I mean, Beedrill usually is just a Pokemon that you think, that's like a lame early game bug, but then the Mega becomes really fierce. and dangerous. Especially if you're like me and you have a lot of psychic mons. I got owned by that mega a lot of times, so... Beedrill by itself, not scary. When it becomes a mega, oh crap. What is my favorite Gigantamax? That's also a good question. Corviknight for you? I wish I had one that... I mean, I had a shiny one and then I failed it. I mean, come on, game. Still salty about that. Turns out I beat up Sydney too much and Volbeat has like that one. Starts out slow but it keeps that experience. By the late game it becomes fast. That one, okay. Never spend enough time in Sword and Shield. So I don't know any Gigantamax except for Charizard, Gengar and Scorch. What would be mine? Still thinking. There are some really neat designs out there in terms of Gigantamax. Funny how Pikachu becomes the thick Pikachu, the plumpy chunk Pikachu from the very old artworks, but just in big. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Meowth becomes the long cat meme, essentially, which is also funny. But again, not really my favorite. Eve is cute, but... Melmetal becomes like a Starman from Earthbound, and that is really neat. I love that design. Corviknight is a pretty neat one, I have to say. What else is there? That fairy psychic one where I forgot the English word. Not word, but the name. And also the one that is essentially whipped cream. It becomes a wedding cake. That is a really neat one. So either for me it's the wedding cake, the witch, or the crow, I think. Favorite starter? For me, either Litten, or Sprigatito, or Piplup. My favorite Gigantamax is Garbodor. It's funny that he has a plane on it and it has like Latios colors. That is pretty funny. Wait, the fish fled? How? Did I mess that up? Mega Kanga was so fun to use in Gen 6, but such a pain to face if it gets any setup. Oh my god, Kangaskhan is actually one of my not so liked Pokemon for personal reasons. As well as I hate facing the Mega. It's just so OP. Like G-Max Toxicity through G-Max Duraludon is also funny looking. That is true. Like skyscraper thing. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me. Power up punch. Oh my god. I'm getting flashbacks from that. Cannot choose a favorite starter. I literally switch per day. Like, I love the fire chicken, but I also love the owl. Love the birbs. The burbs. I think that would merit a list. Or like a video. My opinion on every single starter. Just got a shiny statue in the box. Wonder if it's rare. In what game? As for failing one, Yana, I feel you. I once failed a shiny G-Max Charizard. Oh, I feel you too. That really sucks. It's not like that was my fault at all. That's just either the first ball that you throw works or it doesn't. And I'm still salty about it. Pikachu, yes. We got another shiny Machamp statue. The other one was Cyndaquil. Where are you getting these? Alchemy? Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. I picked Oshawott when Gen 5 came out. Design-wise, I'd say Decidueye or Rillaboom. Or playthrough... For playthrough, Firecroc. Absolutely wrecked. It's always been between Trico and Chimcharlina's faves. I mean, all the Gen 3 starters are very solid. That's just... Every one of them is really good. As for, I mean, Piplup and the cats, because I love penguins and I love cats. Every gen got that one mon that's just ball. Yes, and I love it. Just an orb. Just a very round chunk, and that's all we need. Every gen got that one mon that's just, you know. Volt Orb, Meryl, Sfeel, yep. Also cannot forget my boy Oshawott. Is that your favorite starter? That's a good pick. A shiny Togekiss statue. Shiny Charmeleon statue. Failed because it refused to go into the ball. Same. Based Oshawott, do you like playing with it? Yeah. I have to say, just in general, the Gen 5 starters don't really rock my socks off, but they're not bad either. When with my Black White 2 playthrough, I actually picked Snivy. I kind of like Snivy as well. But Ember and Tepig, that line, I don't know, I don't dislike them, they never really grew on me. Got a normal Metagross statue, sad it wasn't shiny. Oh, lately I've been getting ads for a shiny 3D printed Metagross, where it's like a charging station for your phone. And I mean, of course my inner me went like, oh my god, you need it, but it's not like I can just throw out money right now, so unfortunately that'll have to wait. Turtwig is so underrated for playthrough though. True, but I'm Team Piplup, the penguin. Just a penguin, that's the argument. Does Gen 4 have balls? Yes, Gen 4 has balls. Or do you mean just orbs? I mean that Purugly is a chunky orb, no? I like Purugly. I mean, it's not a good Pokemon competitively. It's a cat. I like the shiny. Quaxley is your favorite starter? My favorite starter is split between Torchic, Rowlet, and Oshawott. I cannot decide between them. Okay, good. The word is baubles for a while. It's almost Christmas. Yeah, then we gotta use baubles. How do you pronounce baubles? How I say it now, I think. Then again, I am not a native English speaker, so I might have mispronounced it this whole time. I usually, you know, the words that I tend to learn are through reading, because I read a lot. That's where I use my language skills the most across any languages that I know. But sometimes when you read a word and then you think it's pronounced a certain way, but then you learn, oh wait, you're wrong. Sometimes really late into your life, and you just realize, oh god, I've been mispronouncing a very common, or maybe a specific word all my life. Purugly is Chonk, yes. I will forgive it from now on, because Chonk, that is good reasoning, Saltmon. I am very happy that you came to your senses regarding the Chonk cat. Very good. Wow, first one I've seen that likes the whole line. Gen 5 has Whirlipede, Gen 6 has Quilladin. For many people, they're awkward middle stages. To me, they're beautiful balls. Classic, do your thing, yep. Do your thing. The word has been mentioned multiple times. Fun fact, I'm so torn between them that I actually nearly cried choosing Rowlet and Arceus. Or Arceus. I keep saying Arceus for some reason. Just had to immediately transfer one of my Oshawott level 1 to Arceus immediately. I get it. I definitely understand. Funny thing, I don't like the last evolution of Cyndaquil. What's the English name again? Why do I... not Blaziken. That's a chicken. My brain is like Tornupto, but that's a German name. I do like the Hisuian form more though. You like it, or you love using Chestnut. I picked the Fox. I played with Fennekin in Y. I got a shiny Fennekin via Wonder Trade, and that was really neat. I mean, I still have it. It's a fantastic shiny. Now that song again, not that I mind, but yeah. My beautiful tank knight. You have a shiny Chestnut in Go, nice. W attack, W defense. Basically Golem but grass. Which is like an interesting combination. Yeah, Typhlosion, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't like Typhlosion for reasons. Also, just honey badgers are a-holes. To be fair, I don't like jellyfish that much as animals, but I do like Jellicent, is that the name? Those jelly Pokemon, jellyfish Pokemon from Gen 5, I really like those. And the water ghost typing is also really neat. Typhlosion, yeah, maybe not mention that. Favorite shiny burp is Rookidee, followed by Swallow. Swallow is a really neat shiny, that is true. And guess what, Classic, I have one. If you want one as well, hit me up. I'm your plug when it comes to shinies. I've seen his hard drive, oh god, no. Now you're traumatized for life. Isn't that right? Never liked Typhlosion, to be honest, it's just the design. Yeah, Cyndaquil kind of looks cute. It's like an echidna with a head shaped like a hairdryer. I don't know why, but it's still, the design is cute. The mid stage is also pretty cute, but the last stage, I don't know. But I always was the kind of girl that picked Chikorita. Usually I almost never pick the grass starter. Meanwhile, Meganium and Feraligatr are silly. Meganium is really cute. Feraligatr is kind of... design is not bad, but something is... I don't know. Seems so underwhelming for some reason. I do like the middle stage though. It looks like a kind of... has somewhat of a caveman feel to it, and I like it. It's kind of random, but it does fit for some reason. There we go. Oh, come on, game. Why can I not just hit that frame? What is wrong with me? Oh well. If I don't get it today, then more footage, I guess. But still. Really love to have my first square shiny Feebas. And then, of course, you will have the possibility of having one as well. Feraligatr is a physical water type. I wish he was for water fighting. so he got more physical moves. Yeah, the starters in Gen 2, they just are pure mono type, which is an interesting, I'm not against that decision. It's just, I mean, the Johto starters, I don't know, they were always meh, okay. Gen 3, just the starters are all really good. Especially the Mudkip line, that is amazing. Good gosh, I get the weirdest ads sometimes. Yeah, back then when there was no physical special split, that really sucked for Alligator. Not just for him, but for other Pokemon as well. No game, give me that freaking... I mean, yeah, that's a Feebas, but I want a purple fish. Swampert at least has Earthquake and Stab, yep. And just more utility in general. And damage, that too. True. Swampert is amazing. Big damage. Yeah, back then, Gen 3, I think he's OU. One of the best you can use. The only problem a Swampert really has are grass moves. Then, you know, touching grass is not good for that Pokemon. Hey there, Free Vanilla Starter. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh, Deutsch? Hallo, wie geht's? Deutsch spreche ich auch. Ich bin zwar nicht Deutsch. Ich bin Luxemburgerin. Aber, also, kann schon Deutsch, seit ich 2 bin. Wird auch einem in der Schule beigebracht. Und die beiden Sprachen sind sehr nah beieinander, so geht das eben sehr schnell. Machst du den Battle Tower Glitch auf der Edition? Nein, den habe ich noch nicht gemacht. Und den Roaming legendären in diesem Spiel habe ich schon, also den habe ich schon ein RNG manipuliert und der ist schon gefangen. Und das kann ich jetzt nicht mehr rückgängig machen. Aber vielleicht mache ich das oder probiere ich das mal mit diesem Battle Tower Glitch. Nur das Ding, die Latis sind meine Lieblings-Pokémon. Und die aufzugeben, ist schon irgendwie schwierig. Sorry for the German, random German again, but you know me. Doesn't a glitch need dots and pluses? Oh, the battle tower glitch. Does it? Do you need the Deca mark and the do you really need to set up Ace for that? I thought, if I remember correctly, I mean, yeah, we can talk German, we can talk English. It's just with English, almost everyone understands, and I am known to answer in the language where people talk to me. I also have French viewers, and I also know French, so that's where I randomly speak French. That's kind of a gimmick on my channel. I switch between languages. Ja, ich weiß, man kann im Battle Tower Shiny hunten. Das stimmt, ja. And yes, this game is in German. I also have a French Ruby and a French Emerald. And my Fire Red and Leaf Green are in Italian. Although my Italian is... could be better. Maybe A1, that's about it. My A1 level. Pokemon in the battle tower have perfect IVs after 50 wins. Yes, that's why a lot of people do want to do the battle tower glitch. And you can even RNG manipulate those to be shiny. I've seen a video on that, although I don't remember if you need to do the pluses and dots thing, as in kind of Generation 3's version of missing no. Dekamark, also commonly referred to. Dein Deutsch ist sehr gut, danke, aber ja, Luxemburgisch und Deutsch sind sehr nahe. Selbe Sprachfamilie. Und ja, die Sprache, die kann ich ja jetzt auch schon seit fast 30 Jahren irgendwann, wenn ich jetzt 32 werde. Starting to like Fire Red, Leaf Green, they're quite fun. Oh, so you're having a change of heart on these games? Interesting. I mean, you can still dislike the music. I have to agree, it's really not the best. Could be better, but to say they're bad games, I don't know. Still think they're solid games, but I did hear about the Pokemon UV Ultraviolet ROM hack version being much better. And I'm definitely looking forward to trying that one. Plan on playing the Pokemon Colosseum in XD. I mean, I already played those and they're among my favorite games. Also favorite Pokemon games. But, as in a shiny only challenge? Or maybe doing RNG manipulation? Apparently RNG manipulation with Colosseum has been made easier because there's a new program now. But I'll have to get into that or read into it. I'm not that familiar with RNG manipulation on the GameCube Pokemon games. My team in XD Colosseum, who I've had multiple playthroughs. Colosseum, I had the Glalie, the Ampharos, the Smeargle, because that one was good to use it to catch the shadow Pokemon. What else did I have in my team? Well, the Aspeon, and I think the others I kind of changed during the playthrough. No, I never did a only UU run. They're flawed and have a few faithful things I'm not fond of. But I like them and they fix the more notable issues with Red and Blue. I mean, yeah, Red and Blue are kind of unstable games. The glitches find you. You do not find the glitches. Sometimes it really feels like that. Oh, hey there, Fat Boys Gaming Nonsense. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And hey there, Burn Snipes. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Why am I watching this right now? What's the point? I'm so high. This makes no sense. Why would I want to watch this? I don't know. You tell me. You clicked on it. I mean, I'm happy that you're here. But like, this is a very specific thing. I'm playing Pokemon, the old games. Like on the Game Boy Advance, and this is on an actual console. I'm playing on a GameCube, so this is not emulation or anything. And I don't know, you're high and you're watching random stuff. I mean, you don't need to understand what I'm doing. I do have some viewers who don't really understand the whole process behind RNG manipulation, but they're still here for the chats or the vibes or the discussions that we have. I was checking out Luxembourg today on Google Photos. I'm kind of jealous of you, girl. I mean, thanks. We do have beautiful castles and forests. But to say that it's one of the most beautiful countries, I wouldn't say so. Maybe not. Kiff mal weniger. Ist aber jetzt legal, ach lass ihn doch. Schon witzig, wenn er einfach reinkommt. Und was ist das? Ich verstehe das nicht. I've done more challenging stuff. I've used ZU NFE mons. Oh, that's even more challenging. Poor mons that are ZU, zero used. I wish there was more fairness. I mean, Colosseum, I've never played that one. You should definitely play Colosseum. It's a wonderful game. Do you have a Wii, Saltmon? Because if you do have a Wii, you can hack it. As in homebrew it. That's actually pretty easy to do. And then you can pirate Colosseum. Even though, ooh, really bad. Pirating is illegal, yada yada, you know. But if you really want a Colosseum game nowadays, be prepared to pay a lot of money. So if you're too broke, then I would definitely suggest doing the homebrew route, doing that. This dumbass Regirock won't stay in the ball. Let's pray for the Regirock of Classic to finally stay in the ball. Gonna go now? Alright, Salmon. Thank you so much for being part of the stream, and as always, I hope I see you tomorrow. And buonanotte. Arrivederci e a domani. Play Colosseum, best Pokemon game. It is definitely among the best, absolutely. I prefer, I think, XD slightly more, but maybe only because of the quality of life changes. Need to catch him and Registeel to shiny hunt Rayquaza. Oh, you caught it? Nice. But, you know, Classic. You did give me donations before, and you still are owed these shinies. I can... Okay, those weren't 6 beeps. I'm gonna do that again. But I can give one to you. It's level 100. It really hits freaking hard. Oh, you love castles and forests? Well, then I definitely recommend going to Luxembourg. We have some beautiful castles and some amazing forests. Especially in the northern regions, these forests are really good. And we also have really old cities right next to forests. That, if you like that, then definitely that is a country for you. Who knows? Maybe you'll travel there someday. Oh, that song again. Keep getting the same songs over and over again. Not that I don't like them, but come on, there has to be more winter music from games. At least more than that. But yeah, definitely Colosseum and XD are underrated. Why aren't people talking more about these games? They're really great. And back then that was a big deal. You could trade over your Pokemon to the GameCube and see them in 3D. Back then that was something new and exciting. And some of these animations and battles in Colosseum look better than the newer games, which, I mean, there's no excuse for that, right? Also the Dexit, that there's no excuse, like, a Switch can handle thousands of Pokemon. They're just being overworked and rushed to finish a game, like a new game, every 1 or 2 years. Which in my opinion, they really don't have to do that. I would much rather prefer they would just make a new generation every 4 games. Not 4 games, every 4 years. I don't need a new Pokemon generation every 2 years. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather have it so that they'll polish a game than to rush out a half-finished game and then you aren't even allowed to use all the Pokemon. I mean, wasn't that the point back then? Catch 'em all? I know they dropped that motto, but still. Like, what happened to that? Need a new generation every day. Classic is living a different lifestyle, it seems. Oh, fish, you're making me crazy. Pokemon fan in Pokemon fan. What would be a place based on a new region based on a real life country or region? What would you like to see? I'd love to see a region based on Italy, for example. Or maybe something else entirely, like an Arabian world, or I don't know, Greenland. Something completely different. Australia, that would also be interesting. Where half of the Pokemon are gonna be poison types. It's the reason Australia is full of poisonous animals. Like really poisonous animals. Among the most dangerous ones, like box jellyfish and spiders that one bite can potentially kill you. Of course we have antidotes for that, but still. And the Komodo dragon, that's also, you don't want to touch saliva of that animal. Oh, that was really loud, I'm sorry. Time for some winter Pokemon music for the rest of the stream. Alright, 4 seconds. Come on, fish. Shiny fish, shiny fish, shiny fish, please, no. Come on, how hard can that possibly be? I've gotten it to work before, why just can I pull it off lately? God, it does not want me to have a square shiny Feebas. Still trying to figure out why. This doesn't really change anything if I fish like this. The essential thing is what tile I'm fishing on. And I know the Feebas tiles here. And luckily, because the internal battery has run dry, the Feebas tiles don't change every day. So once you know them, you can always go back. But okay, but what if I did want to touch its saliva? Well, then get ready for that bacteria that's in there, because essentially how their toxicity, so to speak, works is they bite an animal, and because their saliva is just full of so many bacteria, the prey dies of sepsis, or like bacterial infection of the wound. Which of course an animal like that would exist in Australia, because it's Australia, you know. Hast du einmal ein Pokémon-Tournament teilgenommen? Ja, habe ich. Schon lange her, also fast 10 Jahre. Das war damals auf einer J-Con, wenn du die kennst, in Saarland, in Deutschland. Da habe ich teilgenommen an einem Dreierkampf-Turnier. Und da wurde ich Dritte, also 3. Platz habe ich bekommen. Und was ich gewonnen habe, war so ein Amazon-Voucher, das war's. Aber war toll. War selber einmal in Gen 4 mit einem Trick-Room-Team. Oh, cool. Farbigel mit Level 1, mit Zwirfinstlied. Er war 12 Jahre alt oder so. Farbigel Level 1, wegen dieser 4-Technik. Ist das, was du gemacht hast? Also, wie ist das nochmal mit Ruckzuckhieb? Und Notsituation. I was only joking, I know how it works. Yeah, I know. I was waiting to see if Ivera started glaring at me for being a menace again. You two are too much. Geil, bei uns war 4 versus 4, also Doppel. Das war damals an so einer Convention, aber die gibt's leider nicht mehr. Das finde ich schade. War klein, aber fein. Mogelheben, Schlummerort. Ah, okay. Oh je. Das ist fies. Aber gut, wenn es funktioniert, dann funktioniert's, ne? Und ist ja jetzt nicht OP oder verboten. Ich weiß ja nicht, welches Regelwerk das Turnier hatte, an dem du teilgenommen hast. Come on, fish. I know you're in there. I know I can get you. And if I don't get you today, or tonight, then next Friday it will be. Gen 4 war Peak. Meine Lieblings-Gen ist 3. Und ich habe Pokémon gespielt, seit es in Europa rauskam. Also die blaue Edition, das war damals mein allererstes Pokémon-Spiel. Ich war wirklich ein Kleinkind, ich wusste nicht wirklich, was man da macht. Aber gut, ich hatte das Spiel. Und dann bekam ich Gelb irgendwann. Und ja, also ich war wirklich von Anfang an sozusagen dabei. Couple goals. Was trying to give you some time for your brain cells to reactivate. After that beans with a side of mince and a portion of cheese fiasco. Oh, there's a story behind that, no? Interesting. Come on. Alright. Let's see if this playlist also repeats a lot. Although until now I kinda like it. Not sure that everything is winter themed, so to speak. But still, I mean, Pokemon music is still good. Working in the coal mines, the great underground. Oh, that reminds me of a meme that I saw recently. Where it's kind of dark humor, but how did it go? Something like hundreds of years ago we had child laborers who were minors, as in not minors less than 18 of age, but minors, literal mining. And obviously it's a good thing that we stopped doing that. At least in civilized, so to speak, countries we don't do that. And now with Minecraft, hundreds of years later, the meme was like, oh, all the children wanna go back to the mines again. Gosh. Yeah, because mining in a game and mining in real life are so close together. My shiny hunt Spiritomb. Oh, that Spiritomb thing back then, that really made me angry because I didn't really know that many people who played the games. Gen 4 was around the time where my peers who were close to my age stopped playing. Or it was not cool to play Pokemon, and I still remember getting basically bullied for liking Pokemon, and nowadays it's cool, it's hip. Stupid trends. I like Pokemon because I like it, that's it. And maybe because of the autism, not gonna deny that. Made burritos for dinner, ooh. You know, you always make me so hungry. Now I want a burrito. Put the tortilla on the plate and refried beans, mince, cheese. Except the second one, I was distracted and put the beans directly on the plate. No, that, I mean, I bet your burritos are pretty good. Do you have a good recipe for one? We haven't done them ourselves, as in my husband and I. But maybe if you have a good recipe, maybe we'll try. Oh, once I've eaten were from restaurants. Like Pokemon because I can gamble. Scarlet and Violet auctions. Yeah, I prefer you gambling in the game than gambling in real life where you can actually lose a lot of money. To put 2 huge handfuls of shredded cheese so the plate was mostly cheese. Don't see anything wrong here. I mean, my Italian side really does love the cheese as well. Ich mag Mettbrötchen ohne Brötchen. Bist du wie diese Frau in dieser merkwürdigen Assi-Sendung, die einfach eine Mett isst? Also wenn du das machst, dann von mir aus. Ich finde das jetzt nicht schlimm. Ich mag es manchmal, Brötchen zu essen, einfach nur das Brötchen. Ohne Salami, ohne Aufstrich. Einfach nur das Brötchen. Aber ich esse das Brötchen nicht für den Geschmack. Ich esse es wegen der Textur. Und anscheinend ist das auch merkwürdig. Aber, I mean, mir egal. Iss, was du isst, wenn es jetzt nicht komplett übertrieben ist oder sehr ungesund, denn dann, ja. Ja, genau, wie dieses Meme oder diese Frau, ich weiß jetzt nicht mehr, wie die heißt. Aber die einfach nur 1 Kilo Mett pro Tag vertickt. Oh, Brezeln sind gut. Mag auch Brezeln wie der Drachenlord. Oh Gott. Der Tag ist gekommen, wo Drachenlord in meinen Streams erwähnt wird. Oh Gott. Die deutsche LOL-Cow. Das ist ein Fall, ey. Also. Drachenlord ist an sich der europäische Christian, wenn man es so sieht, oder? Also ich habe den auch ein bisschen verfolgt, jetzt nicht gemobbt oder so, aber gut, wenn man da sagt, okay, Rainer, schau mal, du hast das jetzt nicht so gut gemacht, da hättest du das besser machen können, dann ist das ja schon Hate, ne? Wenn man ein bisschen Kritik gibt, der scheint ja narzisstisch zu sein und mit solchen Leuten kann man nicht diskutieren. Dann kommt noch der niedrige IQ dazu, hilft auch nicht, ne? Aber gut, das ist keine Ausrede, um ein A-Loch zu sein, sag ich jetzt mal. I mean, yeah, but I don't do measurements, so the recipe would mainly say ingredients and the order to cook. So you do cooking by the heart, like my mom always says. Not say, that's not correct. That's how I cook as well. With cooking, it's kind of more of I eyeball the stuff. And with baking, however, I can never do the eyeballing stuff because that will always go wrong. So with baking, I'm actually very careful. I measure everything. If you don't mind, I can tell you what I do. Yeah, please. Please do that. There's a mathematical deduction of the optimal tiles to mine, but I just go in willy-nilly. Yeah, do it however you want to go in. Do it your way. Da lachst du, eh? Ach Gott, der Drachenlord. War gut, wo er jetzt sehr lange nicht mehr auf dem Internet war. Ich glaube, das ist wirklich das Beste. Aber gut, anscheinend ist der Typ ja wieder da. Also ich als Frau mag den schon nicht, weil er so frauenfeindlich und ekelhaft ist. Aber er ist nicht nur ekelhaft zu Frauen, er ist einfach ekelhaft zu jedem. Aber ich war den jetzt nie besuchen oder so. Also erstens, warum? Und zweitens, ja, Luxemburg zu Bayern, München. Das sind jetzt so 7 Stunden Autofahrt. Und ich habe Besseres in meinem Leben zu tun, als irgend so einen fetten Loser besuchen zu gehen in Bayern. It was the hardest part, a bit to teach Philip with my recipes. The eyeballing. But, I mean, with cooking it still works. With baking, from my experience at least, it doesn't work. I can tell by eye, smell and taste if... Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes when you do the sauce, or like the dressing for salads, I just go by taste. If it tastes good, then I'm done. I never really measure how much salt or mustard or whatever I put in. So, but I don't know if you can do that with baking. I've never, like, every single time I eyeballed while baking, it always got ruined. Just can't do that. Drachenlord sagt auch, dass nur weil Arctos ein legendäres Pokémon ist, es noch lange kein legendäres ist. Ja, er fährt ja auch Motorrad, obwohl er kein Motorrad fährt und also der sagt ja, der haut ja permanent super dumme Kommentare raus und so. Du bist klasse, danke. Aber ja, warum soll ich den besuchen gehen? Ich habe viel Besseres zu tun, ne? Ob ich jetzt ein Leben habe, naja, ziemlich nerdy bin ich schon. Aber, also ich habe genug Leben, um da jetzt nicht dahin zu fahren. Und, ja, dann lasse ich mich da von irgend so einem Oger rumschreien. Nee, nö, danke. Toasted bread could cut ham sandwiches, my peak cooking skills. Haven't even got one Ramana stone. I mean, you can still teach yourself how to cook more complicated things. Cooking isn't actually that hard, I have to say. As someone who is really unskilled with everything that's hand labor, cooking really isn't that hard. And that comes from a klutzy person who has really idiotic hands. There are some things that are hard to cook, but I have cooked for like over 20 people before. If you can do that, then you're good. While I worked during summer, when I was a student, during the summers, I sometimes worked at a homeless shelter in Luxembourg. And there I learned how to cook for 20 plus people. That is quite a challenge. If you're doing it for the first time, but that is when you're cooking for that many people, you just need to stop doing the eyeballing thing and then do it just like with baking, you measure everything. Honestly, same, and I'm the only one in my family like this. My mom always asks one of my salmon recipes, expecting they give measurements, and I never do because I don't know. Yeah, I don't really do that either with cooking. Except maybe if I am cooking and I found a recipe somewhere, either in a book or on the internet, then I try to replicate the recipe. However, if the recipe calls for garlic, I usually put in more garlic than the recipe calls for, just because I love garlic. Love it so much. I understand Wario, what he thinks about garlic. Garlic is love, garlic is life. Baking, however, I cannot do without some measurements. I've never done... it never worked. Just, I don't know why. I think the only one I knew who could pull that off was my grandma, but then again, her cooking and baking were something else. When are we gonna get a good bug-type legendary? Genesect? Do you forget about Genesect? Maybe even a box legendary? Yes, a box bug-type legendary, that would be nice. Yeah, you take it as suggestions. And sometimes, I don't know, with puddings, I keep messing them up. I don't know why. These, you know, these pudding powders that you can just buy like that to make pudding. I don't know if is it maybe the kind of milk that I use, but it either becomes too liquid or too hard. I don't know, or too solid. Someone always ends up well, but yeah, I need at least double that garlic. Yeah, double that garlic, hun. That's how it's gonna be. That's my cooking tip. Put even more garlic in it. I remember that once my husband cooked something for me or for us, and he accidentally put too much garlic on it, and he said, "I'm sorry, I think I might have ruined it." When I was putting the that garlic that you can buy as a condiment, as a powder, so to speak, or grains that you put on, you put salt or pepper on, or thyme or something else. Not thyme, Thyme, But yeah, that kind of opened too much, and then a whole lot fell on it, and it wasn't ruined. It really tasted great. Genesect is mythical, yes. Is that just me? I've always seen mythicals as being legendaries, but also being in a category in and of itself. Can't eat that, so it's been years since I last made pudding. Yeah, because of the lactose intolerance. Oh, that really... I feel so sorry for you, Iveda. I consume a lot of dairy products. I have it in my coffee every morning. And so many things that I like have milk in them. And I mean, the milk of Luxembourg is so good. That's really freaking good. I mean, I keep saying that, right? I think Luxley should just sponsor me at this point. Philip actually gets concerned if he sees me put less than an approximate tablespoon of garlic. I tell my husband, nah, just put a good garlic bomb onto it and then we're good. I like my garlic. There's even, have you ever eaten, you and Philip, have you ever eaten raclette? R-A-C-L-E-T-T-E. It's a Swiss dish where you melt cheese and the molten cheese gets poured over potatoes, and you can also combine it with not just potatoes but bacon or vegetables. You can combine it with so many things. I love it. I am obsessed with raclette. And there's raclette cheese that you can buy that has garlic in it. And of course, you know that I'm all over that. But yeah, garlic is love, garlic is life. That's just how it is. Oh, you see mythicals as legendaries too. I always thought they were like a subcategory, if that makes sense. No props because of the cheese, but it sounds amazing. There is... I've seen it before, and I have eaten raclette with people who they weren't lactose intolerant, but they weren't allergic either. They just had a slight problem with it. And there's lactose-free, like vegan raclette cheese, which you could eat, and I'm pretty certain that one would taste good as well. I've eaten some good vegan cheese as well. There's a cat cafe in the German city where I used to go to university, and they have... Their gimmick is that everything on their menu is vegan, which I don't mind. I mean, I'm not vegan myself, but I don't mind. I mean, good food is good food. I don't care if it's vegan or not. If it's tasty, then I like it. That's my philosophy, essentially. And they have like a sandwich and a burger. And that cheese is actually pretty good. I mean, usually I'm not a fan of vegan cheese, but that one actually tasted like something. You'll probably want it now if you was focused on what you're saying. For once, I make my viewers hungry. Mythical are just slightly inaccessible legendaries. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Best friend always says that we lived together with the other two girls. She could tell who was cooking by the smell in the hallway, and without fail, garlic was always me. Oh, Ivela, we found each other there. Definitely. 100% agree. When I cook for some other people, sometimes they said, okay, you put a bit too much garlic in it. What's that? Too much garlic? I don't understand what you're saying. What are these weird words? What are these combinations of letters? What is this? Ah, welcome back, Ahmed. Well, thanks for telling me. I didn't exactly needed to know the details, but I'm happy it went well. Oh, the chat sometimes, people. You never fail to crack me up. I always have a chuckle. At least once a stream, someone makes me laugh. I try that with regular cheese, deal with consequences later. Yeah, but aren't they really bad? I mean, from what I've seen from friends or acquaintances who were lactose intolerant, they had, I mean, apparently that wasn't really nice afterwards. What they told me what happens on the toilet, which I don't think I need to elaborate what happens. But yeah, the most extreme reaction I saw was that wasn't lactose intolerance, that was lactose allergy, which, yeah, that is a bit more extreme. But, I mean, if you really look at it, I am actually the outliner here, genetically speaking, because we shouldn't be able to break down lactose once we're not, once we stop drinking breast milk, essentially. And some humans have a genetic tweak. Well, not tweak, that sounds like it's artificial, it's actually natural, but just a genetic quirk where they are able to eat and digest lactose while adult, and that's actually not the norm. Never enough garlic, exactly. That is my motto. Oh, okay, so you check it to taste it and then look for alternatives, if that works. But I'm very certain that there's vegan raclette cheese, or maybe not vegan cheese, but lactose-free cheese. I've seen cheese that was apparently not vegan, but it was lactose-free, which I'm not sure entirely how the process of that works. I mean, cheese essentially is like milk, you let it age, and then it solidifies. Which essentially it's boiled milk in a way, but you know, humans be humans and we eat that anyway. And I mean, come on, cheese is just mwah. Thank you, universe, for making cheese exist. That was a very good decision. Legendaries are the ones available in-game to catch without event-specific items, received through external sources or internet gifts, with some minor exceptions. Yeah, nowadays there's a lot of exceptions. Back then you said legendaries don't evolve, and nowadays that's not a thing anymore. Nobody dares to say that to me. Yeah, I should have stood my ground, right? Was amazing. Oh god, no, Ahmed, I'm not gonna read that, Ahmed. Sorry. Vielleicht versuchst du es mit 12 Energy Drinks täglich wie der Lord. Nee, geht's noch. Da würde ich ja von einer Koffeinüberdosis sterben. Also, ich bin jetzt nicht eine Riesenfrau, ne? 1,64, 1,65 und wieg so... das schwankt immer so zwischen 51 und 58 Kilo. Weil das immer bei Frauen mit Wasseransammlung ist ein Ding, was passiert. Und ja, das würde mir... Wenigstens würde es mir Minimum Herzrasen geben. Ich bin doch eh kein Fan von Energy Drinks. Ich finde, die schmecken immer nach Kaugummi, was verflüssigt wurde. So Kaugummi-Soda oder so. Bäh. Sehr fake. Sehr synthetisch. Abgesehen davon trinke ich keine Energies. Ja, genau. Ich trinke wirklich fast gar keine. I'm gonna have to come clean. I don't like garlic on everything. Well, classic. That is okay. So you don't eat my garlic away or Ivera's garlic. So more garlic for us. Le fish. Yeah, Le fish hasn't shined. That is kind of annoying. Philip tends to clap afterwards for my reaction if I don't look too that miserable. Aww. I can imagine that you look really tired or like exhausted afterwards. Is it really worth it though? Doesn't it really hurt? And kind of mess up your day for even a couple of days, I think. What the F did I just walk into? You tell me, Kinox. You know, I mean, you're an old viewer, as in a long-time viewer by this point. You know how crazy the chat is sometimes. That's just a thing that happens here. I don't know why mine specifically. I mean, I'm not really playing crass games, but oh well. You only developed the intolerance at 17? Oh, interesting. Most people I know who have a intolerance have had them since, like, after they, even one of them I knew who already had problems when they were being a baby and being breastfed. They already had problems there, and they needed to get a very specific solution from the chemists or the doctors. Water tastes so refreshing. That is a hill I'm gonna die on. There are different water tastes, and some water brands or just some waters are more tastier or just tastier than others. I've tasted really bad water, I've tasted really good water. Doesn't really taste like much, but there is definitely a difference. Vegan cheese is plant-based. Cheese still from a cow, but no longer has lactose molecules in it. I guess they do with the lactose-free cheese that's not vegan, I think. What they do is they do it the normal, you know, standard normal procedure to make cheese, and then they take out the lactose, maybe? Actually, I don't know. Dradigon does not evolve. Okay. Come on, fish. Don't do this to me. Where are you? Do I need to do another stream on Friday? Oh crap, it's almost midnight. What? Oh wow. Drampa doesn't evolve. Yeah, Ahmed, are you okay? It does it for me, but either way, very specific period craving. Oh, I know how that is, yeah. Or some... Eat it? And it undiscovered dairy in the food and I ate it by accident. Oh, that's dangerous though. Also, my reactions vary depending on the amount of dairy I consume. I can imagine. Water does taste different. It does. Definitely. Like the, I don't drink that much water from out of the faucet when I'm in Luxembourg. At least where I live and where my parents live, that house, there's a lot of farmers around, and the water has slight amounts of nitrate, and that really doesn't taste that well. When I compare it with the faucet water from Italy, where my family is in northern Italy, or with even some places in Germany, that water tastes so much better. But then with bottled water, I usually try to not buy bottled water because if you think about it, it's kind of stupid. Especially in plastic bottles. Eating a single Dorito will be different than eating a block of cheese or a whole pizza. Well, with pizzas there's also non-lactose options as well. And yeah, you agree with me as well, water does have different tastes. Gamer girl bath water. Oh, don't drink that, you're gonna get a STD or something. Isn't that what happened actually? Someone got herpes because they drank that. But why? Like, come on, man. How much of a freaking simp do you need to be to drink water where a stranger sat in it? What the hell? I mean, if you showed me like a really handsome, smokingly hot guy sitting in water, and you'd ask me, oh, do you want to drink it? No. I don't, I mean, he might be smoking hot, but I don't know what he has, and he's like a stranger. And I don't know, are there butt molecules of his in the water? I don't want to drink that. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? I don't want to know how gamer girl bathwater tastes. I know what I have from those alternatives, just whatever suits my goal the best, I suppose. Kommt zu mir, Altschauerberg. Ja, die Adresse kennt jetzt das ganze Internet. Sogar Amis sind zu dem gegangen und andere Nationalitäten. Echt verrückt. Currently out of it. Out of what? Developed a hatred for my company's canteen because of the accidental dairy thing. I mean, isn't that kind of irresponsible? No? I don't know. I think that's kind of irresponsible of them. Not the same dying at home versus dying in a cubicle. Oh, jeez. Bet the water over there is the yes. Oh, it depends. But most European water is good, yes. I eat it without cheese, just preference. I wish I was lactose intolerant instead of Iveda. I rarely eat cheese. Yeah. Imagine you could switch like that. That would be really cool. Classic, we can no longer be friends. Oh boy. That's so sweet, Classic. What did you do? Well, you didn't like cheese. I mean, how dare you? Alright, unfortunately no shiny Feebas yet again, but oh well, that means that next Friday there's gonna be another Feebas Friday Fishing stream. And as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. I hope you had as much fun as I did, even though I didn't get a shiny. The discussions we had today, always a highlight. You always make me laugh, that's wonderful. And yeah, so I hope I will see you in tomorrow's stream where it's time for the Safari Zone again. And until then, have a good one, goodbye, and good night. Oh, Fish Fry, welcome to the stream, you just joined? Oh, that's very unfortunate, I'm really sorry. If you want to be part of the stream, tomorrow and on Sunday I'll stream again. So keep that in mind. So yeah. Goodbye guys and have a good one.